Di mana pen pen.
jege si sama bopp ma wax la ñaari baat jam xeeri moo ma talu doo leen wax ñu sànni waat na gën a neex bu dara jeex romba dof lu lu dundal sax ñoo ko gën a tee bon du ma tal dara du ma tal ñaari yaay moo ma tal barke baay bi ma taal lii nii sax te du ko faj sëriñ amul garab wax bu bari bi ma doonu moo def si wala tam mun raab la ma yaara bokkulum bindal mu ko liggéey bu tupaat tamit bopp
Welcome to the Independence Stadium. Very happy to be back after somewhere everyone is expected to be at this right moment, where the Gambia is ready to take on Algeria in the first leg of the second and final round of playoffs for the Total Energies African Nations Championship Finals 2025, precisely in August, in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda.
The Gambia in high contention for its first place in the CHAN tournament. Head coach Alaji Saad has rallied 23-man squad. Against Majid Bujara of Algeria. We want to welcome you all to the Independence Stadium after major
completed recently and been okayed by the Confederation of African Football on temporary basis, where the Gambia local-based national team will test the newly refurbished facilities fitted here under the supervision of the management of the Independence Stadium, whose general manager, Mr. Ibufai, is also the second vice president of the Gambia Football Federation. Thank you very much for hosting us. The two teams are returning to our dressing rooms in the next 15 to 20 minutes. The two contestants will be back on the terrain for this all-important game between the Gambia and Algeria. Gambia's technical staff was Alabisar, head coach, Aliou Jan, trainer, Joseph Gomez, goalkeeper coach, Ibrahim Sen, physiotherapist, kids manager Osman Ba, team manager Ibrahim Sisi. Our match officials this afternoon, match commissioner Michaela Nassan Adam from Ghana, Mohamed Atumani, the central referee from Comoros, Suleiman Al-Nadin, first assistant referee, Mohamed Ibrahim, second assistant referee, Brighton Shimeni, the reserve referee from Zimbabwe. Ibrahim Abubakar Khaidara is the referee assessor from Mali. We want to thank our invited guests who have taken their rightful positions at the VIP days as they return to the Independence Stadium, where all our competitive matches henceforth will be taking place, thanks to the temporary approval of the facility by CAF. And the Gambia will take this temporary status to have its local-based national team test the facilities, and that will be followed by the women's under-20 Scorpions, who will also take on Ivory Coast in the FIFA under-20 Women's World Cup Qualifiers. The home leg against Ivory Coast will also take place here at the Independence Stadium. National Scorpions Fans Club, are you ready? National Scorpions Fans Club, are you ready?
Yes. Sanjali for the National Scorpions Fans Club.
Emerging out from their dressing rooms, Abubakar Silla, number 22, Abdullah Tamba, number 2,
Sedi, number 19. Ibu Kamara, 21. Number 5.
Hello and welcome to our live coverage of the Gambia's
Number 8.
CHAN qualifiers against Algeria on the 3rd of May at the Independence Stadium. The wait is over. The return of football to Independence Stadium is upon us, and the CHAN team, our home-based Scorpions, set the ball rolling in what promises to be a decisive round of qualifiers against their equivalents from Algeria. We are coming to you live from the Independence Stadium, and I am your commentator, Mamoudou Jallo, and I'll be assisted by, of course, the president of the Sports Journalists Association, Omar Jaju, and our match summarizer is Coach Ahmad Cham, coach of Samga Football Club, who will be giving us the tactical breakdown of the game. So wherever you are watching us, within and outside of the country, in Banjul, Kanifing, in the West Coast region, Lower River region, North Bank region, Central River region, Upper River region, you are watching the live coverage, the live broadcast of the CHAN qualifiers between the home-based Scorpions of the Gambia and the Desert Foxes, their equivalent, the Desert Foxes of Algeria. And on your screens, you can see the Scorpion Fans Club already cheering up the Scorpions as we are about to witness the two teams coming out of the dressing rooms. Omar, it's a pleasure having you on the live broadcast on the Gambia Radio and Television Services.
Same platform with you on a very important day like this, a day that marks the return of Gambia back to this independent stadium, a day that we've all been looking forward to is here. The most important thing now, what do we record on our first appearance from the Independence Stadium on the first day after 4 years playing at the Independence Stadium? And as you said earlier on, it's historic, but open in a colorful way. The Gambia playing against Algeria in these qualifiers, very important qualifiers for the local based players. So definitely a pleasure to be here with you.
A very important game, decisive round of qualifiers, the first leg. The winner over the two legs qualifies to the African Nations Championship called the CHAN, to be hosted later this year in August, jointly hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. The Gambia yearning or looking for a first appearance in the CHAN tournament. How crucial is this time?
Thank you so much. I think it's very, very important for the Gambia to qualify. And we also know that it's not going to be very easy. It's going to be very difficult, because I listened to the coach yesterday. He talked about the experience of the Algerian team and the fact that Algeria are playing with players from a professional league. And on the other hand, the Gambian team is playing with players from
Events Management Committee of
but
the
the good
Gambia
thing about
Football
the team is,
Federation.
I think Coach Alaji Sara and his coaching staff did a very good job by including some
Putting up all the logistical support to ensuring the successful conduct
football in the Gambia.
of this important match for the Gambia.
Also in the under-20s, and we have a lot
The
of
first
experience
leg
in
of
the
the
Gambian team.
second round of the
we have to
playoff.
see how the team is
And
going
the
to
Total
play.
Energies
What is
African Nations
expected. The
Championship
Gambian public will turn out with the expectation of the
hosted
team
in
winning the
August
game.
by Kenya,
And we want the
Tanzania,
team to win handsomely,
and
so that when we
Uganda
go
of
to Algeria,
in 2025.
we
And here
might play
comes the
in the best
Gambia's
so
technical
that we play a
star.
draw and qualify.
Head
So the
coach
objective
Alaji
today
Sara.
for the team is to win the game. And we are hopeful as
Assistant
supporters
coach
of the Gambian national team that we are going to achieve that at the end of the game.
Earlier on, we saw the two teams arrived at the Bakau Independence Stadium, and you can see the newly refurbished Independence Stadium dressing room with the jerseys of the two countries. Earlier there you saw the Scorpions will be playing in their home colors of red, blue, and green, and Algeria will also be playing in their home colors, despite playing away in their traditional white colors. That's the Algerian team earlier arriving at the Independence Stadium. Omar, is the return of football to the Independence Stadium. The government of the Gambia spending a colossal sum of money to refurbish and remodel the Independence Stadium to meet current standards.
Well, it's long overdue, and I think we also have to commend the government for remaining steadfast in making sure that this is a reality. One thing that we also need to do, we have to be cautious because it's not a permanent approval, it's a temporal approval. The CAF says, look, you can use this for this game, and then we are going to close the money to you. But after this game, you have to continue work. So which means there are little works that need to be done, need to be completed, which I think should not be a problem for the government to do as quick as after this game, so that the game that is coming in September can quickly be played at the stadium. It's important and very, very important for Gambian fans to be supporting their players or their national teams from the Independence Stadium.
Well, the wait is over. Football is returning to the Bakau Independence Stadium, and it is the home-based Scorpions welcoming us in grand style against the Desert Foxes of Algeria in the first leg of the decisive round of qualifiers for the CHAN Africa Cup of Nations to be held later this year, jointly hosted by Uganda, Kenya and Uganda. And there you have the two teams. Imagine from the dugout onto the Independence Stadium turf, the Scorpions of the Gambia taking on the Desert Foxes of Algeria. The winner going to the CHAN tournament later this year.
Yeah, I think if you look at the lineup of the Gambian team, you will see that there is a lot of experience. We don't know much about the Algerian team, but we want to see how they play. We look at Ramin Sedi, he is one of the goalkeepers of the national team. Makao Kambedi plays for Real de Bandel. We have Bakari Jawara, who has played professional football in Slovenia. We also have Sekou Baro, who played in Senegal. We have Adama Sande, who played in Spain. There's a lot of experience. Somebody saw him play in Morocco in the Madrid. And I think he's coming back with a lot of experience and he's showing a lot of class. Ibrahim Gueye, number 20, also played in the Senegalese league with Casa Sport.
National anthem of the Republic of.
So we hope that the faith that the coach has shown on these players, the players will be in a position to do a good job for the coach inside the pitch.
National anthems of the two countries.
And now the national anthem of the Republic of the Gambia. national anthem of the Republic of the Gambia, and before that was
the champions of the Gambia taking on the Desert Foxes of Algeria in the CHAN qualifiers, with the winner over the double leg. And there is the team news. Lamin Sedi, Makairu Tamberu, Sekou Baro, Bakary Jawara, Albert Agua Gomez, Mas Yai, Lamin Sedi Khan, Kamodi Sohna, Adama Kante, Ibrahim Sona, Ibrahim Fofana Rada, and Ibrahim Gay, starting for the Gambia, and Alhaji Sarr, the coach. And there is the Algerian coach, and we have Ben Bout, we have Madani, Ghazali, Ben Yada, Helamia, Sheti, Merba, Kuras, Belhusini, Ulbina, and Mahous are starting for coach Majid Bouguera. This broadcast is sponsored by Africell and Expert, and we will go with a short break, and then we'll be back for the game with our sponsors.
Number 11, number 20, starting for local boys, Scorpions of the Gambia, playing against to Algeria.
The stage is set.
The first leg of the second and final round of the
It's a very important game
African Nations Championship.
for Coach Alhaji Sarr and his charges. And I think what they need to do right now is to try to get something from this game. It's important that we have a win, at least from this tie, and then the work will be easy for us in Algeria. If you look at this place, there are players that are best players in the league, top players from their clubs.
Yeah, Coach Alhaji Sarr is going with a 4-3-3. Coach Arasham, you have Sekou Jawara, Sekou Baro, Makari Tambeju, Albert Gomez, Mas Yai, Kamodi Sohna, Lamin Sedik and Lepo, Ibrahim Fofana, Ibrahim Gay, and Adama Kante starting. What is your take on the lineup?
Yeah, what I see, I think we will have a midfield that is very compact. We have a lot of players who can fight, who have a lot of energy. Mas is a defensive midfield player, who has a lot of energy, has a good ball work, can kick the ball. Lamin Sedikan has a powerful shot, he works very hard. I believe the other midfield player will be Adam Akande instead of Pamodu Sohna. I believe Pamodu Sohna will play on the flank instead of in midfield, so that we have a compact midfield. Lamin Sedikan and Ibrahim Fofana will play on the flank. All the players selected today are hard-working players. These are players who work extremely hard on and off the ball. So I think the Algerians will have a difficult game because of the type of players the coach have selected.
Muhammad Atouani, the central referee from Comoros, assisted by Suleiman Amaldin, also from Comoros, and Muhammad Ibrahim, also from Comoros. And the fourth referee is Brighton Chimeni from Zimbabwe. And any moment from now, Muhammad Atouani of Comoros will get us underway, and the visiting Algerian side will get us underway. Algeria attacking from the Bakau Newtown end towards the scoreboard, and the Gambia defending from the scoreboard end of the Independence Stadium and attacking towards the Bakau Newtown end stands.
Yes, boss, as you rightly said, we are now waiting for the kickoff. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go, and Algeria getting us underway in this decisive encounter. That would be the first infringement of the afternoon. Algeria winning the first free kick of the game.
I think this is a very good formation for Coach Alhaji Sarr, and then he's clearly showing that he's here for the purpose. And then if you look at Ibrahim Gay has been on top form, and then Makara Tamdidu also has been on top form. So for me, the back line is top, But then up front too, having Gay, who is definitely on his top form, is good to help in finishing. So it's clearly written that Koja Lagisar is up for a win, not to be defensive in the hands of Algeria.
The first attack there from the Algerians, but the ball was comfortably collected by Lamin Seydi and Bakari Jawara finds.
And bringing Pamuru in the middle is it's very important.
Albert Gomez. And you also have Mas with the experience in the middle of the pitch.
Well, very combative.
Yeah, there is a very combative midfield, and you have a lot of flair. You see, it seems Adama is playing on the right, and Pamuru Sona is playing in front of Lamin Sedikan, a left footer, and Mas Ndai, a right footer. Two holding midfield players, and we have a lot of flair in Pamuru Sona, flair and experience.
The Gambia on the attack tries the long range approach, and there is the first chance of the goal, but the Algerians defended very well.
Yeah, I think Ibrahima have to stay in the game because he have players behind him who can always give him the services that he needed, and this is one typical chance with Ibrahima Fofana breaking in through the midfield and making the pass, but unfortunately he was not there on time, and the defenders were also alert.
The Gambia in possession, knocking the ball around. Lamin Sedikan picks up the ball in midfield. Sedikan again receives the pass. The Scorpions trying to build from the back, patiently. But concedes possession to the Algerians, who plays the ball in the center circle of the field. They went back. They are a very experienced side with a professional league as well. They have been into this tournament twice before and were runners-up to Senegal in the last edition. Senegal are the reigning champions. Possession needlessly conceded there from the visiting Algerians. But they wins it back. Sloppy football there from the Gambia. It's a cross, and we'll have the first corner of the match for the Algerians.
Yeah, I think it's going on fine for the Gambian team. They're trying to play good football, connecting passes from the defense up forward, which I think is very, very important. Now the striker needs to be very fast because these defenders are tough. I've seen the first chance that he should have made a different run. I think the problem that he has is about his runs. So in this case, you need to be very cautious and be very fast.
Corner to the Algerians, lifted into the box, cleared by the Gambian defense. Well defended there, and now they can break. Pamodu fouled, and it's going to be a free kick to the Scorpions of the Gambia. Taken quickly. Algeria now breaking. They have the ball in a dangerous position. Algeria into the box. Cross comes in over the bar. Needless conceding of a possession in midfield.
Yeah, I think we have to be very careful because these North African teams, they have a very good play when they are playing from back to forward, especially when they win the ball in midfield. They try to be as fast as possible to make sure that defending team does not reorganize themselves before they reach the box. So we have to be very careful not losing the ball in midfield.
The Scorpions in possession, knocking the ball beautifully at the back. Sehu Barrow to Jawara, the right back. Decided to play the ball back to goalkeeper Lamin Seydi of Real de Banjul. Give it back to Makairu Tambedu, his teammate. Mas picks up the ball from Hawks. Can't do that.
Too much mal passes.
Yes.
I think we need to be very cautious with that. The Algerians are very quick with the ball, and you can see whenever they have the ball, they are always looking forward to our to enter our court. So I think we need to be very, very careful with that.
I think what the Gambian team need to do now, the Algerian team will not fasten the game because the sun is hot. They want to slow the game, keep possession, and will not attack the Gambian team, especially when the Gambian team have the ball in their half. They will all retreat and play in their zone just to make sure that the game is slow. You will see they don't go very fast when they have the ball. They try to keep it just to make sure that the temperature goes down and they can enjoy what they want. So they are not making the game very fast. They want to slow it. For the Gambian team, I think we should do the opposite. We should try to make sure that we play more in the Algerian half and make sure that we do a lot of running with them because it's very hot. It's Gambia. It's 3 o'clock. And when we do
Algeria into the box. And the cross comes in. Not the best of crosses, but they still kept the ball. But they have been forced back, but still in possession.
Yeah, I think for me, we must make sure that we play more in their half. We should not allow them to slow the game. We should raise the tempo of the game and make sure that they are tired in the first half. Because if that happens, it is to our advantage. The sun is very hot. The team have been training here every day since they went into camp. They have been training at 3 o'clock. And I know if we go back to Algeria, they will make sure that they play at night when it is very cold, just to make sure that they have the advantage.
Just coming from that end, Morocco was very cold during the Under-17 championship. You have the coach, Majid Bouguera, former defender, former national team player of Algeria, trying to get his team to the CHAN qualifiers for the 3rd time. Coach Alhaji Sarr of the Gambia, trying to get the Gambia to the championship for the 1st time. The Gambia dispossessed once again in midfield, and the referee is having none of that. His play continues.
Yeah, I think what Coach Ahmad said, I have to agree to that. We have to make sure that we show them why we played this game at 3 p.m. Because we have to own, we have to control the show at this point in time. So if we allow the game to come in the 2nd round, where they will regain, they will have more energy, and then the weather will favor them, it's going to be difficult for Gambia because they are very quick with the ball. And now we have the chance to show the reason why we want this game to be played at 3 p.m. and not at the normal 4:30 p.m. You know.
Pamodu Sohna still complaining to the referee for not getting the free kick on that occasion. Algeria in possession, and they're trying to play it long. The Gambia clears their line, but only as far as Algeria, who are trying to play inside the Gambian court. The Algerians wins the throw.
They will try to slow the game as much as they can, just to make sure that the sun does not affect them a lot. And that is what Gambia should not accept. The Gambian team should make sure they force them to play in their half. Let them run with them because it's hot. And if they do that, they will lose a lot of fluid. And because if they lose fluid, they'll get tired. And if they get tired, we'll be in a position to capitalize. Whereas the way it is now, we are playing more into our half. Probably we are trying to see how the Algerian team will play. And that is why the Gambian team is slow in passing forward. You will see that most of the passes for now are diagonal passes, return passes, and not front runs. And you see, anytime the Gambian team has the ball, the Algerian team will not put any pressure.
Makairu Tamberu playing to his defensive partner, Sehu Barrow. Good ball there, spreading the football, and the cross comes in. The header comes, but straight into the hands of the Algerian goalkeeper. First meaningful attack from the Gambia.
Very well, very good. Clearly you can see from the Algerians that they're playing with a purpose, and the purpose is at least they have to draw this game. You know, what comes in the second round, it's yet to be known, but what we are seeing right now, they are calm and collected, and then exactly to see where they can counter Gambia and counter. You know, but now what we are seeing, an Algerian side that is here to at least pick a point from this first leg going to Algeria.
A point would be a better results for the visiting team going into the return leg in Algiers in a few days' time. But we hope Coach Alaji Sarr and his charges would have an answer. They have given Algeria too much. So shot comes in over the bar, but they didn't trouble Lamin Sedi. But an ambitious effort there from the Algerians.
Yeah, because he was given the opportunity. There was a lot of space between him, the goal, and the last defender in the Gambian team. And there was no pressure. So he felt, let me just touch the goalkeeper. And luckily, unfortunately for Gambia, the ball went over the bar.
So, and I think the other thing, the Gambian players should be coming for the ball instead of look at them. They are trying to fall back, and when the defenders have the ball, the midfielders should try to connect quickly so that they can connect the passes to up front. So it's going down. I don't know what is the problem, but they seem to be going down, allowing the Algerians to regain possession and then control of the game, which at the end of the day is to the detriment of the home side.
What we cannot allow is allowing the Algerians control the game.
Yeah, and that is what they want. They want to control the game, play at their own pace, just to make sure that the Gambian team struggles.
And here the attacks, cross comes in, and defended there by Bakary Jawara, and that was a bit scary in a moment. Like Coach Amacham said, they have been given a lot of space, but Bakary Jawara did very well to avert the danger. But conceding the Gambia's third corner to the Algerians. The corner comes in. It's a high one, but the whistle is gone. The Comoros referee apparently spotted an infringement in the box.
The ball has gone out from the corner kick, and it's a 6-yard. It's a goal kick for Gambia. You see how the Gambian team want to play. Clearly, it is stated, shown by the Algerian team that they want to slow things. They don't want to make sure that the game is played at a high tempo, which is to their disadvantage. And as for now, they're achieving that.
Long ball from the Gambian defense, headed by the Algerian defense, who picks up the ball in midfield.
I think the striker Ibrahim Agais should stop running behind the defenders, instead be in front of the defenders, because all the balls that he's missing because of his runs. So I think what he should do now, instead of standing behind the defenders, he should try to be in front of the defenders so that he can start winning all the balls that are wasting up front.
We're giving possession too cheaply.
Yeah, probably because the midfield players are not coming for the ball to make sure that they connect with the defenders. And Ibrahim, as Omar said, is playing too much behind the defenders. I think he should be in front of the defenders, so that anytime he has the ball, he's in a position to control the ball and make sure that he creates some of these fouls that are needed for the team, so that we have Pamadou Shona in the team who has a very powerful left foot. He can score free kicks, and we look for one of them.
The ball appears to be deflated, so we have to get another ball. And the central referee is now satisfied with that ball. Lamin Sedi arms throws the ball to Makairu Tameru. His teammates are Real de Banjul. Finds Bakary Jawara, but not the best of passes, and through to the Algerians. You can see the frustrations on the Gambian bench. Coach Alaji Sarr and his assistant Jane Juf are not happy with what they are seeing.
Yeah, it's natural that they will not be happy because there is no pressure. The reason why this game is played at 3 is to make sure that the Algerians suffer from the heat, which for me, in these 15 minutes, they are not suffering because they are not doing a lot of runs. The only runs they do is if they are going forward. They're not doing runs to defend. And that's where you tire a team, when you allow them to run back to their goal to go and defend. But if they are running to attack your goal, they go with a lot of energy.
Lamin Sedi to Sehu Barrow. Albert Gomez. Gomez to Mas. Another sloppy pass there from the Gambian players. And Algeria trying to chip the ball, but over the bar. And Lamin Sedi would be relieved to restart play with a goal kick.
Yeah, Lamin said he could have even controlled the ball and to dig deep into midfield because he had all the space at his disposal. What we are seeing now is a Gambian team that is so lacking in possession, which can cost them a lot, because if they allow the Algerians to come against them, it will be very dangerous. What they need to do now, there should be smooth connectivity from defense to midfield, especially midfielders. They should be showing up and then collecting balls, trying to connect up. Because if you see it's up to 4 or 5 minutes, Gay has not been seen doing any activity. Now he's even coming up to the midfield, trying to collect balls, which at the end of the day, it's not going to help, and he's going to get tired and later being replaced.
Another throw to Algerians and another sloppy pass from the home base Scorpions. Algeria with it through. Albert Gomez playing for Falcons Football Club. Again, the Gambia dispossessed. Algeria now breaks away. He stumbled on the ball, but still wins back possession. They appears to be enjoying much of the ball. Albert recovers. The ball is played back to Sehu Barrow. Mas picks up possession. Sehu Barrow. Lamin Sedikan. They call him Lefo. There's a beautiful throw. The shot comes in, but it's a tame one. And it's straight into the hands of the Algerian goalkeeper. A decent spell on that occasion, building from the back.
Yeah, decent spell, but you know what the Algerian team is doing. They don't always look for the first ball. You see most of the second passes. That's why they try to win the second pass, because at that time, the Gambian team will be open. So they allow them to have the first ball. Anytime we play the second pass, you'll see pressure from the Algerian team. They don't want the ball to pass the second player. So always they try to win the second pass.
Pamodu Sona wins the free kick with a handball, and
Unless we are giving away a lot of balls,
indeed,
balls that we could have kept and make best use of them. We are giving away a lot of balls. So I think the Gambian team should definitely be cautious, take advantage of the situation right now. You know, I know this Algerian side. The moment they come back from the locker room, it's going to be a different ball game for Gambia. At this point in time, we should be creating more counter-attack. We should be creating more chances. In fact, we have the advantage at this point in time than the Algerian side, but they are not showing it. That is going to be a difficult one in the second round, in the second half.
Algerian player flat and holding his ankle, and we need some medical treatment from the Algerian medical team. We have played 20 minutes, and Algeria appears to be on the front foot, even though it's goalless.
Yeah, nothing much to talk about. Not a lot of talking points in the game, because you see the frustration even from the Gambian players that they are not playing a lot forward, and you see the defenders are saying it. Makaira Tambe, the vice captain, just showed that they have to play more forward and be fast on the ball, because the Algerians will allow them to play the first pass, but they will not allow them to play the second pass. They always try to win the second pass. And for the Algerian team, when they win the second pass, they make sure that the Gambian team is open and they play a fast pass forward. And most of their passes are splitting passes between two defenders. They don't look for the players on the flanks. When they win the ball in the midfield, they just try to play between the two defenders to have an opportunity of facing our goal.
You're watching the live broadcast of the CHAN qualifiers between the Scorpions of the Gambia, the home-based Scorpions of the Gambia, and their equivalents from Algeria in the first leg of the final round of the qualifiers for the 2024 CHAN Cup of Nations. Some would ask why 2024, even though we are in 2025. The tournament was supposed to be played in 2024, but because of late preparations with some of the stadiums not ready in some of the host countries, the Confederation of African Football decided to move the tournament to 2025. But still, CAF is using 2024 as the date for the championship, a very important tournament for African football. It was in 2007 that the Confederation of African Football decided to come up with the idea of having a CHAN tournament purposely for players playing in their national leagues as a way of boosting football on the continent. And since then, the tournament has been growing from strength to strength. And cross comes in, but it eludes everyone, and it will be a goal kick to the Gambia. And we have seen countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo and Morocco winning it twice. We have Libya also winning it, and our neighbor Senegal, the current reigning champions. Gambia seeking a first appearance in the tournament, which would be very good for our league players, Omar.
Very well, very well. Not a big or favorable tournament for agents or scouts because of the age bracket, but it's a very good tournament for our local-based players, because this would definitely propel them along the way to even the national team categories. If you look at the national team, the Gambian side here, you have top players from their various clubs. You talk about Pamo Dusana, you talk about Tamba, you talk about Lamin Fofana Lefo, and also Mars from Hawks. These are top players in our local league. So if they are organized under one roof, competing for glory, but also given the platform to compete at the continental level, I think it's very, very important. Adama Kante.
Free kick to the Gambia, and Adama Kante will launch the ball forward. Not the best of kicks, but he gets the ball back. The Gambia regroups, trying to build from the back. Albert gets the ball, trying to find Gay, but the Algerians defended very well on that occasion.
See now, Ibrahim Gay is getting tired now. He's getting exhausted because of he has been running from the beginning of the game without any ball or without any pass. So right now we can't even complete the entire game. He needs to be substituted. You know, that clearly shows that we have our midfield right now is weak. There's no connectivity. You know, Pamodu, I think he's also double up, trying to be connecting the balls from the defense to see how best he can launch attacks to the flanks and then to the striker.
Indeed. Play in progress here at the Independence Stadium. Pamodu gets the ball. Trying to connect, but the ball rolls for a goal kick to the Algerians on that occasion. Like we were saying, you are a coach in the domestic league. How important is this tournament for our players?
Extremely important, because when you play in these tournaments, there is an opportunity that you can be a professional player, even with the age bracket. But as Omar said, most scouts will not want to watch this tournament because of the age bracket. They want to look at younger players that will be more marketable. But still, with these players that are playing in the league, they will have the opportunity to compete and be seen by clubs across the world. If not for European clubs, they will play in some of the richest leagues in the world to be in a position to take care of their families, take care of themselves, take care of their parents, and so on, and contribute to the economy of the Gambia.
We have just seen the Algerians goalkeeper trying to run down the clock a bit, much of the frustrations of the central referee, and giving him a warning to restart play. And I believe that is going to be one of their tactics in this game. But the Gambia attacks and wins a throw, quickly taken. Pamudu trying to show some skills. But the Gambia is forced to play the ball back to Lamin Sedi, who comes sprinting to pick the ball. Albert makes the run, gets the cross, and wins the corner. Corner kick to the Gambia.
I think it's looking good for them now. They're trying to click. I think we have to also make best use of our flank players, especially the left, where you have Pamodu. He can be very dangerous with the ball. You know, so if he clicks, he can definitely help, in fact, connect with the striker up front. I think they are coming up, and then they should try to be more proactive with the ball and then make best use of their passes.
Corner kick to the Gambia. Adama Kante, number 4. Some movements in the Algerian box. First corner kick to the Gambia in this game. And the Scorpions make best use of the opportunity. Adama Kante made to wait as the referee tries to maintain order in the Algerian box. Cross comes in, not a bad one. The Algerian goalkeeper comes in, had a hand to the ball, and they finally clears it out of danger, and the Gambia will restart with a throw. That was a good ball from Adama Kante.
Yeah, he has a very powerful shot, and he's very accurate. So when you have corner kicks, and Coach Alaji Sarr is one of the best dead ball specialists in Gambian football as a coach. He has a lot of tactics on how he plays his corner kicks, his free kicks, and all whatnot. So that is his strength. He's very strong, and he always likes players with good possession. But the strongest that he showed to coaches is his ability to vary his dead ball situations.
Better spell from the Gambian team in the last couple of minutes, trying to knock the ball around in the Algerian area.
I think what they also need now is a bit of urgency, not only knocking the ball, but they should knock the ball with urgency to show how hungry they are for victory, especially in the first half.
Lamin Sedikan trying to orchestrate things in midfield, but they're struggling to pass the white Algerian wall, who have won themselves a free kick. I'm not talking about the urgency.
Yeah, urgency and purpose of play. Why are we playing? We want to win the game. To win matches, you have to score goals. There should be urgency in whatever we do, and there should be a purpose, and the purpose is to hit the target. Yes, we hit the target, but most of the shots we had were tame shots for the Algerian goalkeeper. Easy saves. He did not struggle to save any of those ones. Yes, the Algerian team did not have a shot on target, but at the same time, you see that this is what they want. They want to slow the game. Anytime they have the ball, they will keep it, passing it, and the Gambian team is not pressing.
We have played half an hour, 30 minutes here at the Bakau Independence Stadium, and it's the Gambia 0, Algeria 0, who now attacks, trying to work things out. But the Gambian backline stood firm on that occasion. A long ball, spotting Gay, but he's been brought down. And the Gambia wins the free kick in the middle of the pitch.
at some point it's a matter of like, does the 3 p.m. kickoff even favor our Gambian players? You know, because I am not seeing them making it count, and they should make it count.
Well, they should make it count. They have to make it count because they have to win and take a commanding lead to Algiers, where it won't be easy for them.
Both on and off this pitch.
Indeed. Good return ball, but the Algerian right back spotted the danger there on that occasion. And Albert will take it through. So cross into the Algerian box. He turned acrobatic, but straight into the hands of the Algerian goalkeeper.
That throw was not properly taken. I think the referee did not pay attention to, or the linesman did not pay attention to it.
Indeed. Algeria now in possession. Patiently building. They are not in a hurry, as the game plan for them appears to be working for them.
I think credit will go to our defenders. You know, they've been doing so well, especially Mr. Albert. I think he's one of the top performers right now in the team, driving, and his defensive roles have been so
And that's a header into the box, but it's an offside. The flag has gone up.
Assistant referee is closer to the line and he gives it. We just have to accept it. But our defenders went to sleep at that point. They went to sleep.
They went to sleep and they need to wake.
Yeah, they need to wake up. Yeah.
The flag from the assistant referee signaled the offside as Lamin Sedi restarts play for the Gambia.
A very senior goalkeeper. You see what he's trying to do. He's trying to dig deep, you know, push them forward to say, I don't need you players here. Most of you, I don't need numbers here. The number that I need is up. You see how Pamodu can be dangerous sometimes.
Brilliant play there from Pamodu, trying to show his tricks. He's a fantastic player.
He is, I mean, very, very creative. Had the flyer and speed. I think if he doubles up with a lot of urgency, he can give us something in this game.
Yeah. He has a similar attributes to Abdoulaye Jallo in the senior national team. Lovely turn with an ambitious shot, but the Algerian goalkeeper was relieved that it has gone on. At the other end, Algeria has a chance, but it's headed back straight into the hands of the Gambian goalkeeper Lamin Sedi, the dreadlock goalkeeper from Real de Banjul, who arms throws the ball. That's so sloppy from the Gambian team, but they still maintains possession, but not for long, as Algeria picks up the ball and wins the free kick.
Yeah, I think, as we said, at some point in the middle part of the game, the Gambian team started coming up, but you'll see that it's going down again, and there is the need for the team to be more concentrated, to be in a position to at least punish the Algerian team, so that we go to Algiers at least with 3 points and be in a position to try to defend our colours there and make sure that we come home qualified. But as long as the match is 0-0, the Gambian team is still in it and the Algerian team is still in it.
So far so good. The Comoros referee in control of the game. Algeria's number 7 will launch this one into the Gambian box. And the ball is returned, but the Gambian defense heads it out as Lamin Sedikan links up brilliantly there. Oh, Gay trying to wriggle his way past, and the Gambia wins the free kick.
Yeah, I think he's in fact defending now. He should be staying much up for me, because at the end of the day, the play is position is moving fast for Gambia. So I think he should be able to station and then monitor his runs. Runs for a striker is very, very important. It dictates the play for most of the midfielders. So if you know where to run, now you see he's always behind the defender. That has always been a problem. If he knows his position, you see, all these balls were supposed to be his balls.
Shot comes in! Right.
A good shot by Adama Kante.
By Adama Kante. Probably not on his favorable foot, but a good attempt from distance.
He has technique to take powerful shots, and anytime he has the opportunity, especially if it's on his right foot, he'll be in a position that he will try to shoot. And if he shoots and some of the shots are on target, I believe he's going to score. There is a great opportunity that if he takes shots and the shots are on target, the goalkeeper will struggle to save them.
Indeed, Mas there giving possession once again. One of the most experienced players in our league.
They're very combative.
Yeah, indeed.
Very disciplined also. A fantastic player. I enjoy watching Mas play for Hawks.
He has been a loyal servant for the Red Devils. Not the Red Devils who are struggling in the other side of the aisle, but the Red Devils in the Gambia here. Algeria launches the ball. They knocks it down. They're still in possession. Chasing a third appearance in the African Nations Championship for the North Africans.
And did you realize one thing what Algerians are trying to do? They're always trying to connect with the striker. Every ball that comes, they're trying to connect the striker. So which means he is the lethal guy, and then they want to feed him. You know, he is the marksman.
Albert there, you have seen a lot of the balls for the Gambian team. Tambedu trying to bring the ball forward. Lamin Sedikan comes to fix it. But his pass is too much for Pamuri Sohna to connect. How important would it be to get Pamuri involved in the game to dictate try to orchestrate things in midfield?
Yeah, he's the most creative midfield player we have on the pitch. With his skills, his abilities, his shots, he's the most creative midfield player we have on the pitch. So if he is on the ball a lot of time, because he dribbles, he will be the person to give the Algerian the opportunity, the Gambian team, the opportunity to...
Algeria now in the box. There's an opportunity for the Algeria. Goes past Lamin Sedi and hits the crossbar to the rescue of the Gambia. Another sloppy football in midfield. Algerians concede possession and they nearly took the lead.
That was a defensive blunder, and it's good that Lamin Sedi came quick to distract the attacker.
Look at that. They left, they've exposed the Gambian defense, went around the goalkeeper, and the goalpost to the rescue.
I think the Algerian forward player could have done better, probably because he had numbers in front of the Gambian goal, where he could have laid the ball in front on a plate for somebody to come and finish. But unfortunately what he did, he desired to go for glory instead of team play.
Algeria with the best chance of the game, which could have been 1-0 for the visitors. But play continues as Albert crosses the ball, but it would be a wasteful one. Again and again we have seen this, the ball being wasted by the Gambian players.
So much waste of chances. If you look at when we started up to now, there has not been enough chances even created, but what we've been seeing is some mal passes and not the chances that we are supposed to create. We are not even creating them. You know, we saw one deadly one from the Algerian side. They could have bettered that game, and that could have been the deciding moment for the Algerian side.
The Gambia trying to build in midfield. Lamin Sedikan finds Kante now gets the ball, sends a cross into the box, a good one. And the Algerian goalkeeper has to be very alert and athletic there.
You see how important it is to be in front of defenders? That ball came close in front of defenders down to reach him behind. So
it was an inviting cross.
Exactly. So if Gay was right in front of the defender, he would have finished that goal.
Yeah. And brilliant there from the Algerian goalkeeper, who was very athletic to push the ball for a corner kick to be taken by Adam Kante. The Gambia number 4. His first was a good one. Cross comes in and headed by the Algerians. Not the best of clearance. And again the Gambia concedes possession to Algerians, who wanted to break quickly. And yes, they have space to do so. 3 versus 3. And now they have been 4 versus 3. 3v3. Algeria trying to play 1-2 inside the Gambian box. But the defense doing very well there to clear the danger. Oh my God. Cannot be sleeping on the pitch. Wake up, as Coach Ahmad Cham said. Algeria. Wow.
Well, that's a bad pass by the Algerian player. That was obvious. That was supposed to be a very smooth one for the next player to finish. But unfortunately, he did not think that way. I think Algerians are coming back to the game gradually because of the weather. It's cooling off, and then they are going to come back to this game. And be mindful, if the Algerians come back to this game, that can be disastrous for the young Scorpions.
Indeed, it can be disastrous. But in the meantime, Pamuru with the ball. Good build up there, Albert. Hard space to cross. Not the best cross from the left half back, but still the Gambia has the ball. Another cross is launched into the Algerian box. And Algeria with the high boot there clearing the ball. And everywhere would do for them just to get the ball out of their danger area.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they are trying to do now. I think the key word here is urgency. They should be very urgent with whatever they are doing right now. And I think we are seeing that. They want to capitalize before the end of the first half, at least to have something, which I think can help them coming back into the second half. The Algerians are trying to now regain their energy. They are resting very well because at some point they've run out of energy at some point. And now it's important for them to sit back and allow Gambians to exhaust before the first half ends.
Corner kick to the Gambia. And what a moment to score for the hosts. Adam Kante, the set piece specialist of the team, with another corner kick. Oh, Gambia still has the chance. Sona, but not the best of crosses. Kante, the cross comes in. Sona picks the ball, trying to get the ball to his. He goes round the defender, shot comes in, hits an Algerian body. And still the Gambian cross comes in. Algerian goalkeeper punches. A better spell from the Scorpions. They launches another attack. And the wins. Center referee instead said it is a goal kick.
Yeah, that was a good one. Good attempt by the Gambian side. I think Pamuru should definitely be someone included. And now he is getting included in the game. And that can help Alagi Sarr, especially coming into the second half. Pamuru's inclusion directly into this game can be very, very helpful for the team.
Better spell there from the Scorpions.
That was the best spell for the Gambia national team since they started the game, where they applied sustained pressure on the Algerian defense. And you see that they almost had something to go into lemon time with. But now, when the Algerians still, they want to slow the game. They are not worried on what Gambia creates, but every time they have the ball, they have to slow.
Algeria have the box in the Gambian box. The player goes down, appealing for a penalty. The referee has none of that and is asking him to stand up. And you have seen the first caution of the game going to the Algerian number 7.
He dived.
Yeah, for diving.
Yeah.
And that was spot on from the Comoros central referee.
A regulation that is not joked or taken lightly by CAF or FIFA. Players cheating on the pitch. They don't take it lightly now. So, in as much as they protect the players on the pitch, but they don't also encourage cheating on the pitch.
We have played 46 minutes deep into stoppage time of the first 45 minutes. Decent ball there to Pamudu, who plays it back to Jawara. Jawara launches in a long cross, but the Algerians would win the header. Good combative play there from Mars to win the ball, but the final ball in the final third has been bad, and that brings us to the end of the first 45 minutes in this encounter between the Gambia and Algeria in the first leg of the CHAN qualifiers. It's the Scorpions of the Gambia 0 and the Desert Foxes of Algeria 0 as the Comoros referee brings the first half to an end. Guys, Omario, how would you sum up the first 45 minutes?
Not a very bad one. We've seen in the last minutes Gambia trying to build urgency, and I think if they want to win this game, they have to build on the urgency coming from the last quarter of the first round, coming into the second round. So it's not a bad one. The first 20-25 minutes was a slow start for Al-Jazar and his charges, but in the latter part, they've showed absolute urgency, which I think they should build on if they want to win this game.
Yeah, I think the Gambian team will be disappointed, but we are playing at home and we are not in a position to put a lot of pressure on the away team. And the away team will go into the dressing room satisfied that they were not in a position to play under the hot sun for 45 days and did not consider goals because they were not troubling a lot. Sustainable trouble was not there for the Algerian defense, so they'll be more happy than the Gambian team. The Gambian team will want to come into this game and try to win the match because it's the first time after a long time that the Gambian national team is playing at home, and it's been the CHAN team playing here. So they want to go, they will have love to go to the halftime leading by at least a goal to win, so that the second half they'll be in a position to do the job and complete it.
It's 0 apiece in the first half of the first leg of this decisive round of qualifiers as the two teams head into the dressing room for the halftime interval. You're watching the Gambia radio and television services bringing you live coverage of the CHAN qualifiers between the Gambia and Algeria, and this broadcast is powered by AFRICEL, the biggest GSM company in the Gambia, and one expert. We'll be taking a break and we'll be back with our sponsors, and we'll continue with our commentary and match analysis of the second 45 minutes here on the Gambia radio and television services.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back if you're watching us from wherever within the country and outside of the Gambia, because we have Gambians all over the world watching this broadcast of the CHAN qualifiers, and this is made possible between the Gambia Radio and television services and our reliable and long-standing partners in AFCON, the country's leading GSM company, and of course, one expert. Well, now I have my colleague, Lamin Del Fadera from AFCON, and of course, a colleague journalist who is here to talk to us about this partnership between GFS and AFCON. We're trying to come on board to make sure that AFCON supports GFS with the live broadcast of this very important game.
Thank you so much, Amos. I think the partnership is important. It has been a long-standing partnership that AFCON has with the national broadcast, that is GRTS. So coming on board is something that they are expected to do, and we hope that this will be a continuity as well.
AFCON, the biggest GSM company indeed, with a lot of services, a lot of promotions. What can you tell us?
So the good news is that the trade fair is already on, and AFCON has done it again. So yesterday, AFCON launched an exciting thing that is called the Afri Money Chill Zone, where people can go and play, win a lot of money, and also you also have something they call the pool table and also the baby football tournament. So all these things are good things that if they visit the trade fair and check on the AFCON store, they can get a lot of things that they can enjoy from these exciting games. They can win from $20,000, $5,000, $10,000, etc., etc. AFCON have done it, many times, and of course, if you look at other promotions that are currently on also, that is the Hajj, bundle as well. They can also try on those ones and of course enjoy the services that AFCON has been doing in the country. When you talk about the sport, it's not a surprise, by the way. Like we said, this has been a long-standing, partnership that they have with the national broadcaster. So I hope that this will be something that will not be the last, but notwithstanding, wishing the Scorpions all the best of luck.
Indeed. A lot of programs. I'm here to visit the trade fair, but I know I have to visit the trade fair, and of course, go to the AFCON store.
So especially people that are also very good with talking, they can have a special TOK where they can subscribe for only $99 and get 1,200 minutes and enjoy our services. So 25 years of magic, 25 years of good service AFCON has been doing in this country, and of course, not a surprise that if they go to the trade fair, they can win so many things. The PlayStation games are also available, so they can visit the trade fair, where the AFCON store is, and play. They can win lots of money, up to $100,000 plus. Yeah, so the trade fair, if you are good in PlayStation, why not check on them?
Indeed. So if you have not been there, try and go and get and try your luck.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, Gambians all over the world. I am text messages from all over the world, as far as Indonesia, telling me that they are watching the game. And this could not have been possible without the partnership between Gambia Radio and Television Services and AFCON. We have not of coverage. But AFCON always, when it's national event, then focus makes on the Hamba. Gambians here in the send for us.
Comme ni ko waxee rek seen warugal la comme ni ko yaagee di def rek soo ko bàyyi xel AFCON def nañ lu bari millionnaire si réew mi AFCON yaagal nañoo support tàggat yaram Africell yàgg nañoo liggéey ak GRTS kon suñ defee lu mel nii loo xam ne lu leen war la te gars yi xeeb nañ ko sax waaye comme niñ ko waxee rek gars yi li ñoo def rek ne gars yi dem si trade fair ñu dem si Africell seen stores yi bu ko defee suñ demee si store bi dinañ mën a am lu bëri loo xam ne mën nañ koo gagné bàyyi ko si Africell surtout loo xam ne lu leen gën a ràññee si Afrimoney chill zone bi suñ demee foofu noonu mun nañoo jongante foofu noonu mun a gagné lu bëri loo xam ne mooy loo xam ne surprise yi leen amal foofu noonu kon gaa li ñoo def rek bu dee amuloon number 2 wala 40 41 45 wala su dee yaa ngi amee number 7 all is goal mu nga continuer di topp Africell.
jërëjëf second half baa ngi ñëw start jërëjëf si teewaay bi hopefully just after the game as well. Thank you very much.
At the Independence Stadium between the Gambia Junior in the first leg of the second and final round of playoffs for a place at the next Total Energies African Nations Championship Finals to be staged this year, August in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda. And the Gambia is looking for its first appearance at that local championship finals. Returning to the Independence Stadium for the first time after many years of absence, following the temporary approval of the facility by the Confederation of African Football, with all the dispositions taken by the Government of the Gambia through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and the support and guidance given by the Gambia Football Federation. Thank you very much for coming, and if you are just joining us, it's 0-0 at halftime between the Gambia and Algeria in the first leg at home of the Total Energies African Nations Championship Playoff qualifier here in the Gambia in this second and final round of the qualification series. The Gambian girls, the under-20 women Scorpions, would also be in action here at this very same stage, Independence Stadium, for their FIFA Under-20 World Cup qualifier at home to Ivory Coast next weekend. And that is one of two engagements conferred on the Gambia Football Federation to be staged here as part of the conditions for the temporary approval of this facility. 0-0 at halftime, second half is about to resume. The Gambia changing position from left attacking to the right, and the local Desert Foxes in their all white and green strips attacking to the left.
For us to safeguard, in as much as we are looking to having more stadiums, but this is what we have for now. So this is where we expect to host under 20, the chanting, and any category. So we have to protect it.
Coach Elijah Sarr still giving instructions even after 15 minutes in the dressing room, giving Pamurisona and Adam Akande some last-minute instructions.
Yeah, that shows that these are two very important players. Two very important. Well, Adam with his shots, Pamodu with his skill, his technical abilities, to make sure that they create something for the team.
Indeed, and we are on the way for the second 45 minutes, a decisive second 45 minutes in a decisive round of qualifiers, with the winners over the two legs, booking a place into the Continental Championship to be jointly hosted later this year by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Already We have 17 teams qualified, 2 more spots. Gambia and Algeria fighting for one of those spots. Beginning this afternoon at the Bakau Independence Stadium with the return leg in Algiers in a few days' time. In the meantime, Albert Gomez gave possession back to Algerians cheaply. The Algerians trying to play 1-2 around the edge of the Gambian box. Lamin Sedi coming out brilliantly to spot the danger as the Gambia breaks now. Pamudu, good ball there, finds Adama Kante. Kante finds Pamudu again. Pamudu trying to orchestrate things in the middle of the pitch, trying to dictate the pace of the game, but the Algerians will break now. They had initially opted out of these qualifiers only to make a U-turn. That is the Algerians to come back and said, yes, we will take part in the qualifiers. And they're also using it to prepare for the Arab Cup later this year. They are runners up in the last edition, losing to Senegal in the final.
Yeah, that was a good one. Losing to one of the best teams in that tournament, and in Senegal, they were the best side, in fact, like reigning champions. But again, coming back to this game, MS, you can see Algerians, they want to start on a very high note, which means they are getting back into the game gradually. And then what we should not accept, what Gambia should not accept, is for Algeria to score the goal. That can be the end of Gambia, not for this game, but end of road for us. So in as much as we are creating chances, but Algerians are now showing purpose. You know, they are playing with purpose, and that is now not to concede. At least the best result that they want to get from this game is to draw, which is up to their own advantage.
Could Majid Bugera tell his charges that after watching the 45 minutes, we could go out for all 3 points in this game?
Yeah, because the Gambian team was not dangerous up to the last 10 minutes. And you will see, because the team was not dangerous, that brings in confidence for the away team. And you will see also, yes, with all the people in the stadium, you see that it's only the fans club and the Smiling Coast that are supporting. All the others are spectators. So that is also going to make it easy for our team. And when you go to the Maghreb, the North African countries, they support 95 minutes with a lot of noise and a lot of fireworks, which I think we don't have in Gambia. We have spectators, not supporters.
Spectators and not supporters. We have the Scorpions Fans Club. Come rain, come shine. They will be here to sing and dance and cheer the national teams. And now we also have the Smiling Coast Fans Club under the leadership of Mami Sira, who are doing very well. But the Gambia enters the Algerian box, and Albert with the cross or shot which hits the back of the Algerian player as Mark picks up the ball in the middle. The Algerian wall still standing firm as they break forward. Albert doing very well once again.
The game is still open for grab. Yeah, the Gambia can definitely capitalize on a lot of goals to fill. And then it's an open one, which definitely I think our boys should double up and then see how best they can bury this game as early as possible.
You talked about the urgency lacking in the first 45 minutes. And we appear to be seeing the same train from Coach Alaji Sar's side, still not putting the urgency and not pressing much. As header comes in, and that's straight into the hands of Lamin Sedi.
Yeah, you will see the Algerian team is more dangerous now in the second half. You will see that they're using a lot of fast breaks when they win the ball. They try to play as fast as possible forward. Probably they are pacey. They have a lot of pace in them, and we know North African teams with a lot of counter-attack. And they are also very good when it comes to crosses and dead ball situations.
Still the Gambian team losing possession easily to the Algerians as Pamodu comes deep to collect the ball. Rasto drives it with his left foot. His pass to Adam Akante has been dispossessed or intercepted by the Algerian defense. Pamodu once again winning the ball. Finds Ibrahim Fofana. Ibrahim Ida, who misses the possession. That is easily done, going round Mars in that occasion. The Algerian patiently building, but anticipation from that pass was missing from the Algerians, as they also give away possession so quickly on that occasion.
I think what Coach Alagisa needs to do right now is to boost his offensive, offense, and I think that's what we are trying to see now. Ibu Sanyang coming in, who is also a very good player and very quick.
Yeah, good ball there, and Kante picks it, finds Pamodu. Pamodu will try one in the box, and trying to look for someone to connect with the ball. But we have more Algerian bodies in the Algerian box than the Gambian players.
One of the problems we are having is our midfield players are not running forward when they have the ball to support the striker. So he's always one player against two defenders or one player against four defenders. Even if he's in a position to control the ball, he has no support. So the defenders can easily win the ball off him. Now we're seeing Coach start talking to Ibu Sanyang. We say, what type of substitution? Probably if Ibu Sanyang comes, he's a player who bumps forward and he's very dangerous in making forward passes, and he's a goal scorer too. He can score goals, a lot of goals.
Coach Alaji Sarr trying to effect the first changes as the Algerians launch another attack, but straight into the hands of goalkeeper Lamin Sedi. Ibu Sanyang about to come on, a very experienced player in our leagues who have the potential to turn the game around as Adam Akante loses possession.
I think what Algerians are trying to do is to control the midfield, and if they control it entirely, that's going to be the end of us. So we should be very careful that the Algerians trying to control the midfield, because all that they're doing now, they're using or doing what they've not been doing in the first half. That is trying to connect from the flanks. That's what they are trying to do now.
Algeria wins themselves a throw, taken quickly. Cross comes in to the Gambian box, and defender Bakary Jawara taking no chances as he is uncertain as to what is behind him, and heads the ball for a corner kick to the Algerians. First corner kick of the second 45 minutes, going to the visitors. It's a good one, and straight into the hands of Lamin Sedi, who has to be very alert to punch the ball. Brilliant goalkeeping there from the Real de Banjul goalkeeper. Spotted the danger and fisting the ball away. As the Algerians still kept possession, playing the ball back to their goalkeeper. They are not in a hurry. The goalkeeper launches the attack only as far as the Gambian defense. Lovely skills there as the Gambia breaks now. Bakari Jawara finds Pamodu Sohna. Sohna gets the ball back to Jawara, who makes the run and the cross comes in. Headed back into the goal! That was so close from Adam Akante. He opted for power and precision, but that was the best opportunity we have seen from this Gambian side. Adam should have buried that.
Yeah, he opted for power and technique because under the goal, just a little tap in. You don't have needed, he needed just to tap in the ball in front of the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper will struggle to save it because it's going to be very close for him. But he decided to go in for power. Now, what is going to happen now? Pamodu Sohna will be playing more forward, and Ibu Sanyang will play deep in midfield to make sure that there is the forward passes for Pamodu and the forward players.
The best chance of the first 45 minutes falling to the Gambia, but Adam Akante balloons the ball over the bar from a decent position. That should have been 1-0.
Yeah, I think that was unnecessary. That was not supposed to be forcefully taken. He could have taken his time because he had that space, he had that time, you know, to even tap in the ball gently into that net. It was a golden opportunity missed, but I still think there are a lot of chances, there are a lot of opportunities that he can still capitalize on. But that should have been properly taken.
Shot comes in! Wide. Better play again.
First ball, it was Sanyang. And it could have been nicely taken too. He just placed eyes on the kick. Like they say always, first ball, first goal.
Indeed. His first contribution of the game. A very skillful player, like Coach Ahmad said, who could get the ball and drives the ball. But the Algerians trying to launch the ball, which is defended well by the Gambian back line.
And I think that was a very good substitution. Bringing in Sanyang, moving Pamodu upward, and now you can see Sanyang will always try to connect, and Pamodu will definitely complement his efforts.
And we're seeing Pamodu more getting the ball now.
Yeah, because he's now playing more wide, where he has a lot of freedom, and you will see that now he can easily engage the right back on 1v1 situations because he's very skillful, he has power, and he has a very powerful shot. So Ibu Sanyang will bring the ball. Now it seems Adama is going back into midfield, so that we have Ibu Sanyang in front of them and Pamodu Sohna wide right.
Adama picks the loose ball in midfield, trying to find Albert. Albert's cross hits Algerian in the face. Ibu Sanyang, the new entrant, picks the ball, finds Jawara. Kante again gets the ball. The cross comes in, it's a teasing one, it's an inviting one. But the touch went straight into the hands of the Algerian goalkeeper. Another impressive move there from the Gambians.
Yeah, the striker runs more in front of the first goal because we have less numbers. If we had another player who was running from the behind post, there's a possibility that we would have scored a goal. But unfortunately, we have only one striker, and every time we cross, he runs in front of the goalkeeper to make sure that he connects with the ball. And if the ball passes him, it's finished.
Still goalless at the Bakau Independent Stadium as Bakari Jawara gives the ball back straight to the Algerian, but wins it back again. And Pamodu Sohna gets the ball, trying to wriggle his way. He's been brought down, but the referee says no. Mas picks up the ball in midfield. Ibu Sanyang, the new entrant, finds Albert. Mas Manga. Ibrahim Fofana. Ebu Sanyang. Albert. Albert crosses the ball.
4 defenders, 1 striker. It's possible to score a goal, but it's going to be very, very difficult. Very, very difficult.
You need to have more bodies in the box.
Probably that's why you will see that coach is warming up a striker, 2 strikers, 2 centre back, and 2 wing backs. Probably he might look at playing with a back 3 to try to score a goal that we will take to Algeria and see how we play in Algeria too.
Corner quickly taken there, but the volley was worthful as the Algerians benefit from a goal kick. Mas Manga picks up the ball in midfield. Mas Njai rather picks up the ball in midfield. Finds Pamudu. That's a very scary back pass there from the Algerians, but the goalkeeper was calm to collect it with his feet and spread it past wide. And you can see the goalkeeper telling his players to calm things down.
Yeah, it's now only 28 minutes left in the game. So for Algeria, they don't have to push. It's the Gambian team that should push and try to score a goal that will make the Algerian team also push more to go out, and then we can capitalize and probably score a second goal. Whereas at now, everything is in favor of Algeria because they are not conceding. Yes, they are not scoring, but they are not conceding, and they are to play the second leg at home.
The Gambia must score to boost our chances of qualifying to our first African Nations Championship.
We need to score. We need to score.
We need to score from the president of the Sport Journalists Association.
At least.
And I know everyone watching out there wants us to score. The ball appears to have hit the referee, but he has allowed play on. Advantage for the Gambia, and they are making it count for now. Ebu Sanyang finds Pamudu, spreads the ball wide, and Albert comes running. Cross comes in, hits an Algerian for a corner kick.
Yeah, I think this is what we expect them to do, to be attacking, and then the substitution is showing dividend. Ibu Sanyang's coming is really pushing the team offensively, which I think it's going on well. This is what we need. Against the up front, if we continue pushing, hopefully we can get something out of it.
Algeria also making their first substitution of the game as coach Majid Buhera also tries to work something out in this game. Algerians to defend the corner kick, and the ball comes in. It's a long one, headed back goal, but it's a goal kick to the Algerians. Many corner kicks in the game, but we haven't seen a very decent effort on goal from either sides. As the Gambian fans,
there are many spectators, like Coach Ahmad will say.
Yeah.
And I think that is very important. The reason why we always eager to play home is because we also always have to include the fans. It should not only the National Scorpions fan club that should be clapping and shouting for the boys, but across the stadium. You know, there should be support coming from all angles. You know, in one way or the other, that will definitely also extra motivate the players. You know, in other countries, the entire stadium is always wild. In Algeria specifically.
Algerians with the cross.
You know,
the header over the bar.
Yeah.
As we seen more activity on the Gambian bench, with Coach Alaji Sarr appears to be making a double substitution.
Bringing in two strikers. Seri Bojang from Brikama United, who is also experienced, played out of this country, and Musa Sise, who up to recently was playing in Egypt. He's all playing for Falcons. They are all experienced players, and Seri Bojang, as he's called, powerful because he has a very powerful shot and he's a determined player. He runs a lot and makes sure that when he may have chances, he takes the chances that are created for him.
It appears he must have realized that he's not having the numbers in the Algerian box, and bringing two strikers could create that discomfort for the Algerian defense.
Yeah, I believe so. That is what the Gambian team is looking for, to make sure they're in a position to at least score a goal and go to Algeria, as I said, with 3 points.
Getting the 3 points here in Banjul would be very good going into the return leg in Algiers, as the Scorpions wins another corner kick. The player walking majestically there.
Yeah, Adam Akande is going for the ball. You see that all the corner kicks is the one who's taking all the corner kicks.
Now we're witnessing the second and third substitution by the Gambia. Seni Bojang, number 14, and Musa Sise, number 9, coming in.
Number 14, Seni Bojang.
Two attacking substitutions.
We have two attacking substitutions, two different players. The players who are coming out and the players who are coming in are totally different players. And you see Musa Sise, an out-and-out striker, and Seni Bojang, who can play as a striker and also play on the flank. So that is going to give the Gambia more power going forward.
Corner comes in, the header has been missed, and the Algerians will clear their lines, and the wins are through. How impactful do you think that those two substitutions could?
Yeah, I think what Coach Alagisar is doing is to try to show that this is a win game for Gambia, and then he's trying to boost his offensive tact, and that clearly shows everybody that this is a must win for Gambia, that he's all out now to win, because they can penetrate this defense line. It's not that much difficult. They need to be tactical, like Musa is a very powerful striker, on and out, in and out, and then Seni Bojang, creative and very fast with the ball, had the flyer. So his offensive position is also good. So I think the move by Alagisar to be more offensive, it should be commended. This is a game that Gambia definitely should win, and this definitely should be the approach moving forward.
Indeed, but as things stands, it's goalless, and the Algerians would be the happier of the two sides, as Lamin Sidi clears the ball only as far as the Algerian defense, who picks up the loose ball back to their goalkeeper. They'll be happy knocking the ball around, drawing the clock down, and perhaps get the draw, if possible, to take home. Sanyang regulates his way down as Masjai finds Pamudu. Pamudu finds Musa. Pamudu, okay, Pamudu son are there trying to dribble, but he's been muscled off the ball by the Algerian defense.
Yeah, I think Pamudu now will need to rest, because when you have Ibu Sanyang and Musa coming in, his work, even though it's very, very important, but he needs to be also taking his chances now. And one thing that we need to also capitalize, or maybe try and shoot. We've adjusted many means of scoring, but it could not work. I think what we try to do now, what we should do now is try to shoot and test, continue testing the goalkeeper. At the end of the day, it can work out.
We have to try and test the goalkeeper, and hopefully he can be beaten. Some intense battle there in midfield. The referee waves play on as Adama Kante picks the ball. Finds Mas Njai. Back to Adama. Long ball into Algerian box, but headed by the Algerian defense over his own goal post for a corner kick to the Gambia.
I think we have better sustained pressure in the second half. What we need to do is just put the ball in the net, and probably that will open up the game, because the Algerians will at least want to score a goal in Gambia if Gambia scores, to go to Algeria at least with a point. So Gambia need to make sure that they score the first goal, and the Algerians will try to open up, and when they open up we can hit them and score a second goal.
Another corner well defended by the Algerian defense. Kante gets the long ball. And the Gambia benefits from a throw, taken quickly by Adama Kante. Mas Njai now plays the ball the back of his player, and the Algerians would clear. And they have gotten the ball. Algerians on the attack now. The number 13. Good defending there by Ibu to win the ball. Pamodu with the first touch. The Algerians once again defending very well. And they have got space on the right hand side. Cross comes in. And it was just a bit too much. But it still has possession. They cross the ball, cleared away by the Gambian defense. Not the best of clearance as the Algerians threatening. They will launch across, but it's woeful over the bar.
Now they're trying to do what they've not been doing too, playing their wings, trying to connect from the wings, which I think at some point is working for them. Bakari needs to double up. Jawara, he needs to double up. His way has always been the way for the Algerians. So what they are trying to do now is trying to capitalize, to connect from the wings, and that for me can be advantageous to them. One thing that I don't want to lose is the midfield. It has always been our problem. And if you look at the changes made by Walaji Sarr, even though he's trying to boost his offensive tag, but also we cannot afford to lose control of midfield. That should be the engine, that should be the connecting point for our attack.
Algerians breaking, and the back heel finds a player, and the ball is headed, and Albert will clear that out. But only as far as the Algerians once again. Cross into the Gambian box. The ball eludes, but Sehu Barrow did very well there. But only as the shot comes in!
I think this is what we should be doing, shooting. That's what they are doing now, and because of they are trying to exhaust, knock on all doors, and then shooting. I think Algerian players, they've always been good at shooting, and even Gambians, I mean Pamodu, Ibu Sanyang, they're all very good. They have good foots. Even Musa, You know, so I think we should also exhaust that. The reason why we should not allow them to, the reason why we should not even allow them to settle in midfield is because of what I was saying here. You know, so there is a bit of confusion in our defense. Lack of communication is also playing a part, which I think we should definitely be concentrating, because if you look at this, you know, it's showing no sign of focus and concentration from our defense.
Indeed, as the Gambia picks up the ball, trying to launch another attack, but the Algerians will jump high to head the ball and clear it out of their danger area. They're still coming, and that's a good ball, but the flag is gone for an offside.
Yeah, I think the Algerian team is going into the game, and probably one of the reasons is because of the weather. When the first half was played, they were more defensive, try to control the ball, and now you'll see that they're trying to create something, which the Gambian team should not allow them to do. But this is football. You come with your tactic, and they will come with their tactic. First half, they came, the Gambian team to knock the ball, play, but they laid back, tried to play a lot in defense. You'll see that most of the second half, the Algerian team tried to play very fast into the Gambian half and not play in our defense.
Indeed, and another wasted attack there.
Too many wasted chances.
Too many wasted
balls.
Too many wasted balls. Yeah, easily conceding or giving away possession cheaply, and that is not helping the team. And the Algerians are in no hurry to take the through.
Yeah, so we need to be taking our passes very seriously, and then Algerians, like Ahmad said, they are coming into the game gradually, and then be careful. Any chance that comes their way, they can capitalize on the chance. And I continue saying this: the worst mistake that we are going to do is allowing Algerians to register a goal in this match. That will be a disaster for the Gambia. And you can see, with the emergence of first legs, what exactly they want to achieve in this game is now they know that it's an open game where they can have something. So they have to go all out to get something from this game.
Indeed. Algeria coming up with double changes, double substitutions.
Yeah, double substitutions to bring more energy into the team. You see Gambia also did that, brought a lot of energy to the team. So they are also doing the substitution is 13 minutes to play. They need more energy to keep their team inside the competition. Just to make sure that they go to Algiers with 1 point and probably try to do the job in their own back.
Indeed, Algerians coach throwing on first legs as Adam Akante appears to be feeling some pain and receiving some help from the Algerians there.
Maybe that's a knee knock. Aramakanja has been instrumental in the team. You know, I think he's registered most of the runs in the team in this game. And then you can see he feels frustrated and sad that he's going to be taking off a game that I think he wants to get something from this game. But at the end of the day, he cannot because of the situation. That appears to be a knee.
That
injury.
looks bad for Adam Akante. He wouldn't continue the game, and Coach Alaji Sarr would be forced into a substitution as the spectators watches on from the stands in the newly refurbished Independence Stadium by the government of the Gambia through the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Yeah, they all look chilled upstairs. You can see even though the capacity has been reduced, but this definitely is beautiful.
Yeah. A lot of them has missed coming to the stadium to watch football.
Yeah, I think for Adam that scrum with his muscles, but he did a lot of running, take a lot of shots, and most of them were not productive. So That's a little bit cramped because of his big muscles. He's a tough player. He has big muscles. And our players most of the time don't stretch properly. And if you don't stretch properly and you do a lot of running, it will cut you. And probably, I think, that is some of the injuries that he suffers from most of the time, cramp.
Well, yeah, he appears to be walking properly now.
To the pitch.
Yeah. Let's hope it's not something serious as he gingerly walks back his way onto the pitch. Let's hope he can continue. But it's like already somebody is dressing up to replace him.
Yeah, I don't know why he is back, but according to what we've seen, the medical team, I think at some point we are giving a signal that he couldn't make it. Sometimes the players are so hungry that they don't want to miss a chance. Maybe they think this is his perfect time to play and win for Gambia. Let's see exactly what is going to happen.
Tambedu. The ball is played back to Lamin Sedi, the goalkeeper. Long ball into the Algerian defense, but again, the Algerian defense would clear. We have seen
are not coming in for the balls. The defenders having the balls, no player to pass. So I think the connectivity is still lacking from the box. I mean from the midfield up front. So if you have Makaira having the ball, struggling, in fact, the player to pass, that is a problem.
I think the Algerian team is very dangerous now.
Shot comes in, but it's
so that they punish the Gambian team, and the Gambian team must also be better. Substitution, Ibu Kamara coming, he's a right back naturally. It seems the Gambian team is going to play with 3 defenders and 2 strikers, because you already have Seni Bojang and Musa Sise in field. And you see that Ibu has a very good cross, one of the best crossers of the ball in the Gambian league. And he plays for TMT. He was part of the under-20s when Matar was coaching.
Adama finally walks off the pitch and replaced by the dreadlock number 21, Ibu Kamara from TMT Football Club, as Algeria comes in with a cross. Defended by the Gambia, but the danger is not yet averted, as Albert hooks the ball out of the danger finally, but only for an Algerian throw. Algeria not in a hurry. Finally, he throws the ball. Remember, the winner over the 2 legs between these 2 countries would progress to the Continental Championship.
Yeah, and we hope for the first time Gambia qualifies for this very important tournament for our local-based players. The exposure, the platform, and the chance to be able to propel your career to the next level, it's important. Remember, most of these players that are playing here, notably Pamo Dusona, are using this opportunity to reshape and to redirect their careers. So this tournament is so much important for these players.
Indeed, and qualifying for the Continental Championship would give them the platform to showcase their talents at the global stage. But we have 6 minutes plus additional time to make a huge difference in boosting their chances of a maiden appearance to the CHAN tournament.
I think the Algerians coach tactic is working. Their first intention or their first objective is to defend, you know, and then to have a point from this game.
Always getting the body behind the ball anytime they are without the possession.
Yeah, because they are playing away and they don't want to concede, so they'll make sure that they try to defend first before looking to score a goal. And as long as they are defending and defending properly, they are in the game. And that means the Gambian team have to do more efforts to score a goal. And if we don't score, I'm not saying we are out, but the chances of qualification is greater for the Algerian team because they have home support, not some spectators like we have.
Indeed, the Gambia must at least get the 3 points. Or Coach Elaji Sarr might said we have drawn Gabon in the first leg and went on to win the second leg in Gabon on penalties, and maybe we could achieve the same against Algeria.
Yeah, in football you never say never. Anything is possible. With this game, yes, we believe we are playing at home, we should win. But at the same time, if we don't win here, we can also go to Algeria and win the game like we did in Gabon. As long as we don't concede, we are still inside the competition. But first, when we play here, we should try to win our matches. And when we go away, we try to make sure that we defend properly and don't concede a goal like we did against Gabon in Gabon.
The referee drops the ball for Mas Njai to restart play. And that's Pamodu with a space in the box, trying to wriggle his way, but an Algerian defense stood his way. Coach Ahmad Cham. As the Algerian breaks now. They're going past through the Gambian defense so easily on that occasion. The cross comes in. And foul on the Gambian defender. Tambedu, they are doing very well to win, or rather Sekou Barrow to win the free kick.
Well, I think our defense line, they've been amazing. You know, even though there are a few errors that they've done, lack of concentration, one part can say, but they've really stood out for me in this game. What we need to do now is build our chance.
Pamodu with the cross inside the box. But again, the Algerians stood their ground.
They also have a solid defense line.
Indeed, they are defending very well. Thwarting a lot of the Gambia's attacks inside their box. Sekou Barrow bundles down the Algerian player. That's Pamodu with the cross. And the Algerians dealt with it effectively.
At least, even we did not score, but the most important thing also, we should not also concede. Because conceding can be
catastrophic.
Can be catastrophic for us.
Yes.
You know, I know it looks to be a daunting task for Gambia to go to Algeria and win with a good margin, but at least with a clean sheet here, we have a win there. You know, that can be a 1-0 margin can in fact be helpful. You know, well, it's 89 and still time to play for. Let's see what is going to happen.
Ibu Kamara, the new entrant with the ball. Here's a good cross and trying to loop the ball over the Algerian goalkeeper, but not on that occasion. Coach Amachamu was saying he had a good foot.
Yeah, his crosses are top, very top. And he can cross the ball even if the ball is under his feet. You'll just see, not very far. And he's accurate, but very difficult technique, and he can easily punish any goalkeeper.
Algerians down on the deck.
This is what they are good at. This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. And this is going to appear like a victory for them. And now from this game, it's an automatic preparation for them for the return leg. They are preparing the return leg right from the Independence Stadium. which is going to be difficult for the Gambia.
Indeed, as we've just seen, been indicated there by the fourth official, it will be 4 minutes of added on time in this encounter between the Scorpions of the Gambia and the Desert Foxes of Algeria in the first leg of the final round of qualifiers for the African Championship, African Nations Championship called CHAN, with the winner over these 2 legs qualifying for the continental event. As fans watches to see, hopefully getting a dramatic few final minutes of this game.
It's all possible.
Indeed, it is possible.
Yeah, that can be a goal in the dying minute.
Indeed, and we hope it will be a Gambian goal. But in the meantime, it's Algeria attacking. And then the Gambia defended very well, but not quite impressive, as Ebu Kamara couldn't keep hold of the ball. And it's going to be an Algerian through. Algeria with the throw, taking shots. They playing the ball back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they just want to keep possession.
Long ball comes, but the flag has been raised for an offside.
Yeah, you'll see the trick. They want to take the ball back to the goalkeeper and push our defense so that they exploit, make the passes behind our defense for their players to race and be on goal.
They have played 2 minutes of additional time, and the header from Musa Sise, who impeded with Seni Bojang, allows the ball to roll straight into the hands of the Algerian goalkeeper, who is not in a hurry to collect the ball, but finally arms throws it as the clock takes towards the end of this game. Time running out for Coach Alaji Sarr's home-based Scorpions. Algeria still try to find something in these last minutes of the game. They have got the ball, but the Gambian defense stood very well. Gambia now attacks, and the ball rolls straight to the Algerians. Algeria still trying to look for that goal. The shot comes in, blocked, and the Gambia picks up the ball. Pamodu trying to wriggle and wins the free kick. Could this be the moment for the Gambia? A free kick in a distant position for the host. One last moment for the Gambia.
Yeah, a goal or it's finished. We should score this, jubilate, and the match is finished. If we don't, the match will end 0-0. So this is a very good opportunity. It is Sanyang and Pamodu are all good dead ball specialists. If it was on the right side, on the left side, we'll prefer Sanyang to take it.
The free kick comes, Pamodu tries to go for the header, but it's a wasted opportunity. No one to connect with the cross. And
that was our last chance. That's it.
That's it. It's finished here at the Independence Stadium. The Gambia 0, Algeria 0 in the first leg of the final round of qualifiers for the CHAN tournament to be held later this year in Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda. Ahmad Cham, your final thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I think it was a strategic move by the Algerian team to make sure that they don't concede a goal. The tie is still open. Yes, Algeria is playing at home. Gambia is playing away. The tie is still open. Gambia need to go to Algeria and be in a position to score the first goal and take it from there and make the Algerians work hard like they did to us, make us work very hard in the Gambia. With all the conditions, we must go to Algeria and make sure that we score the first goal and make them work hard to score. Then anything is possible. But today, it was a flat performance at some points of the game. We did not score, but we were in a position to defend. We had two great defense playing against each other, and you'll see the Algerian teams are very happy that they did not concede. You see it in them. They'll go back to Algeria and try to make sure that they do the job. So Gambia should go to Algeria and make it very hard for them, just not to come and win the game easily, but make it very difficult.
Amar, how would you sum up the first leg of these qualifiers? Goalless between the Gambia and Algeria, with the return leg in a few days' time in Algiers.
Yeah, not a bad game. I think we could have taken advantage of our chances because it was very, very important that we took advantage of them. Unfortunately, we did not. From the beginning of the game, there was no urgency. We've seen that in the latter part of the game, which I think the coach will also build on to them. It's going to be a difficult one, I'm sure of that, in Algeria. Looking at the fact that Algerians, they came with a purpose. They came with the intention of a point or a win. So at the end of the day, they knew they couldn't win this game, so they went in for a point. So it worked out for them. So what we need to do now is strategize, work very hard to make sure that to see what we can get in Algeria on the 8th of this month.
Well, like you said, it will be a daunting task ahead now for the home-based Scorpions, but the tie is still poised on a knife edge, even though the Algerians will be happy of the two sides taking home a goalless draw and hoping to make the home advantage count in Algiers.
Yeah, this, like I said earlier on, is a win for Algeria in their minds because of they came with that objective. The objective is not to concede a goal, but at the end of the day also pick a point. So it worked out for them. The Gambia needed to win this game, and the reason why we scheduled this game at 3 p.m. is because we thought we could have used that advantage to punish the Algerians. And then now, it did not work well for us. What is up now for play is Algerians taking control. We don't know where they're taking the Gambia to. To what degree are we playing this game in Algeria? But the most important thing is about the mentality and the mindset of these players. How they're ready for this game. Look, it's football. Everything is possible, and they can go to Algeria and win this game. So they have to believe in this game. They have to believe that they can win Algeria, and not even in Algeria, in any country. So with that mindset, they can be able to achieve a lot of things. There are a lot of points to be drawn from this game. A lot of learning points from this game, from the chances that they've created, from the midfield, connecting to the striking department. All those areas need to be rectified going into this game, because I know it is going to be like a totally different Algerian side in Algiers.
Indeed, our beautiful pictures coming to you from the Independence Stadium, from the Scorpions Fans Club, and of course the Smiling Coast Fans Club. We have missed this ambience at the stadium. It wasn't the crowd we would have expected. The turnout is a bit low, but nonetheless, we have the Scorpions Fans Club and the Smiling Coast Fans Club cheering up and making all the ambience. How does it feel having to return to the Independence Stadium for our home games?
It feels so refreshing. Look at it, this is beautiful. Everybody is happy, singing and dancing, cheering up the team. I think this is long overdue, even though the turnout is not that good. I know it's because of the live coverage that has been given by the state media, and that is why it has not been so impressive. But look, we have to also safeguard, like I always say, that this CAF said you have to use this temporarily, not permanent. So this is a collective responsibility from us, the media, and in fact, government and also the Football Federation. So I think this is well coordinated, and I also have to use this opportunity to commend the Gambian government through the Ministry for Youth and Sports for definitely standing tall and making sure that they work closely with CAF and the officials that football returns back to the Independence Stadium, because Gambians needed this. Gambians wanted to be in the stands. Gambians wanted to see their boys play at home, and that at the end of the day is good for our football, it's good for the economy, and it's good in all aspects of football development in this country. So on that note, I hope we safeguard and protect this very great entity and stadium that we have.
Yes, and we also hope that the Ministry of Youth and Sports will try to fix the recommendations that have been made as soon as possible to ensure that the temporal approval, as soon as the temporal approval becomes a final approval, for the final opening of the Independence Stadium. Yes, and also working on improving a lot of the infrastructures and even the running tracks as well. We should not be football biased here, Omar, but we want to see the running tracks here at the Independence Stadium also being fixed as soon as possible, so that athletics can also return to the Independence Stadium.
Yeah, so I think one of the recommendations that CAF gave out, which I am very much optimistic that the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the government in general will definitely take seriously, because right now the government cannot afford CAF to say, no, look, we are closing it again. So I'm sure before even the temporal issuance, there were recommendations or requirements outlined to say, after this game, before our next game in September, things will be done properly. If you look around the stadium, the most important part of it has been completed. So I think what we need to do now is to follow the guidelines, see how best we can work together in making sure that we complete. The tracks, like you said, they're also very important. They're very important. Indeed. So, and I'm sure the authorities will take it very seriously to make sure that they complete these tracks. Because it's not only for football, but it is also meant for athletics.
Indeed. Very well. Another thing is, Omar, of course, you are the president of the Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia, and we have seen the media center built to international standards. And what we have seen today is a completely a departure from the past. We have the media being catered for. They have their accreditation. They do their work comfortably. I know there have been challenges, especially with the number of accreditations available to the media, and the huge number, as we know, we now have a lot of media houses, media outlets, a lot of sport journalists who would want to cover this game. But we have seen tremendous improvement in terms of the international standard when it comes to covering football matches.
Yeah, I think we have the best spot in the entire stadium, the media, because if you look at where we used to sit and where we are right now, it's top notch, and that is how it should be. All right. If you go to the press room or the media center right now, in fact, journalists are allowed maximum 5 hours before the game for you to come, settle with your gadgets, do your preview, match preview, and after the game, go to that center and write your reports, file it to your editors. So I think that has been a very good change for the media and a motivating aspect for Gambian sports journalism. So in that sense, I think it has also made the work easier for us, and that is why we are so much happy as SGAG to collaborate with the authorities in making sure that we work together for the development of our game.
Finally and quickly, Omar, you've been part of our commentary. You have seen the coverage that GRS has been done. What is your impression? You have seen the pictures and you have seen the quality that has been done.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I want to commend GRS. This is what you are known for. Continue doing it. This is what GRS has been known for, promoting local sports. And I am really happy that you are taking the lead in Gambia and internationally.
Thank you very much, Omar, for being part of our commentary team. And thank you so very much for each and every one of you out there who has been watching the game on the Gambia radio and television services. It's been a wonderful coverage, and this is made possible as a result of the commitment and dedication shown by the entire team, which has been deployed here at the Independence Stadium. All this few days, starting from the Director of Programs, Esa Jallo, Director of Technical, Mas, Senghor, Yaya Baji, Bakari Baji, and the entire team, the camera crew, Seni Sajo and the camera crew. I don't mind if the water is pouring on me, but I am so excited that GRS has come and delivered, and congratulations to the management for approving the coverage of this very important game, and we hope you enjoyed our coverage. You have watched and enjoyed a top-notch production from the Gambia radio and television services. This is what we are known for, and this is what we will continue to do. So from the Independence Stadium, me, Momodes Jallo, bye-bye, and enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye.
It's Geo Life Music.
Musundini tenteng tobe kila nyadi.
Nakendini tenteng fana kila nyadi.
Musundini tenteng tobe kila nyadi.
Nakendini tenteng fana kila nyadi.
Wekano kano fele. Wekano kano fele. Wekano kano fele. Wekano kano fele. Telete mutaku ngang hakili tuito konna were kaso keden santo.